Hi.
Hi. I think this is working. Again, bear with us as we get some tech troubles figured out. But in running English, doing a momentous occasion, at least for us, allow me a sentiment of words. Deep in the piney woods of East Texas lies a program that has defined mid-major and women's basketball for nearly all of the years it has existed as a program. From the coaching legends of Sue Gunter, Gary Blair, Royce Chadwick, Brandon Schneider, Mark Kellogg, and of course, Len Bishop, to players who wore the purple and white with pride like Katrina Price, Connie Cole, and Deenan Parker, and modern day names like Stephanie Vischer, Ayanna Johnson, Avery Van Sickle, and yes, Harmony Dominguez. But never before has its presence been highlighted in a type of podcast form. That is until today. A new era highlighting the Lady Jacks of the purple and white begins its story. Officially welcome to Locked on Lady Jacks. My name is Hunter Overholt, co-host.
Laura McKinney.
And we are here kind of doing something that we've wanted to do for a very long time, something that I've wanted to do for a very long time.
Yeah.
And we could do introductions in that nature, but something that I've seen from fans for a very long time, asking for something dedicated to highlight the dominant program that is SFA women's basketball.
Absolutely. There has not been anything like this. I think there was once a thrust to look at women's sports, but that podcast died down and there was nothing dedicated strictly to the Lady Jacks, and they deserve it so much. Our Southland champions last year, and in the past too.
Yeah,
we're going to get to that.
Past, yes.
Yeah.
Lots of rich history with this program, but we're not just two blabbing heads that are trying to do this. We do have a little bit of experience with this program. So I'll let you introduce yourself to the audience first.
Thank you. I'm a massage therapist of 12 years. I specialize in sports massage therapy. I've worked with the team last season, helped them through Southland Championship, which they won, and they went on to Notre Dame. We'll be talking about that as well. And then also help them preseason this year. An amazing, talented group of young women. And for those of you who don't know who they are, we cannot wait to introduce them to you.
And then I'm Hunter Overholt. To the few that do watch this, maybe you've been tied with SFA athletics, so you've paid attention to my work a little bit. I've worked with SFA for 3 years. Had the wonderful privilege, and I mean wonderful privilege, of being able to travel with our Lady Jacks on almost all of their road games last seasons. I got to see the inner workings of the program. I got to see the current culture of the Lady Jacks. And this is something that I wanted to do during my time with SFA. We never really had the time to dedicate something as in-depth as this, but now we are here, and we are very excited for everything that can come with this. We're hoping for guests and proper guests to highlight the history of the program, that know the inner workings within the team, the actual team itself. We want to highlight the stories of these student athletes that represent SFA, and maybe if coaches are watching, maybe we are able to get you guys on the podcast as well.
Yes.
Where'd my screen go? There we go.
This is fun. Hi.
Yeah,
We're back.
Lots of tech issues figuring things out. But yes, would be remiss if I didn't say huge inspiration from Pardon Me, Alex. And we're not competing with them. They are actually in full support of this. They've been doing a fan podcast for
7 years,
7 seasons. I was going to try to do a 6-7 joke.
Yeah. Oh, damn! I missed.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah. You're good.
Yeah.
But for 7 seasons, they've built something that I've also turned into. But we are with their blessing, so to say, and again, their support, doing something in our own way, in our own unique style, being able to cover SFA and the Lady Jacks.
Absolutely. Axum is what I was about to say. That's also appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah. But today, now that we got our introductions out of the way, the key things that we want to talk about, there's some major storylines happening within the program. National Signing Day happened.
Yes.
So we're going to break down some of the Lady Jacks signees that are going to come onto the roster. Some injuries, some breakout performances that we've been able to notice from the first 4 games, and really highlighting the significant start that the Lady Jacks are on and why it is important that they are undefeated right now. So yeah, 4-0.
And one was a Big 12 team, right?
Oh yeah, Houston. Yeah, Houston.
Yeah.
And what's cool about that is I remember when Arizona State came, and that was when Mark Kellogg was the coach, and it wasn't as close, but you can obviously tell that there is a difference in like the resources, the funding, the support when it comes to welcoming in a Power 4 conference and being able to secure a matchup with Houston, a new Houston, brand new coach, brand new roster, but being able to go tooth and nail with that program, it's been a great testament, especially with the 2 Division I games that the Lady Jacks have. Been able to pull away with wins. Not only the step up of the big performances that have happened, but continuously just the way to find a win.
And the idea that this is the prep work before conference play. That's pretty cool.
Everything is still in the works. Everything is still being figured out, especially with a young roster that is relatively new, and new leaders that were maybe new to the program last year, but have stepped up more into a leadership role. So yes, all very good things to jump onto the bandwagon if you are a fan of SFA Ladyjack Basketball. So let's talk about that first game. Opening day, ISD day. I'll talk about my perspective after you share what you saw from that first game.
I loved that game simply because it was opening day. We've been waiting forever for this. The team has had I think 3 scrimmages, and those did go very well. And then so the first game was Nelson, I believe, and we won 85-54. It was in the middle of the day. It was at 11 o'clock right in the morning. So not a lot of people there, but the ISDs from surrounding schools, surrounding counties, towns showed up. So you had all that kid energy, which was really fun. Lots of screaming. And so one thing that we will highlight over and over again is we really need more people in seats. But this was a great way to start off the season. Do you want me to jump right into it, or do you want to jump it?
No, let's go for it.
I have been hearing about Micah Perry since before she got here, and she is a sophomore this year. And she was point leader that game. So, and it's so funny because when you see her, she's very unassuming, very tall, willowy person. And I always am like, how can she even hold the other team members out, hold everyone, her opponents off. So she came in with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, and she just not even nerves, nothing. She just totally just slammed into them. Lovely.
Early in the summer workouts, back when I was on staff, I got a chance to see Micah in practice, and my immediate comparison, and for some of the roster too, it was, for obvious, similar length and arms, kind of a thinner mold, but able to drive into the paint with that physicality. We saw that last year with Faith Blackstone, who left the program. But dare I say, I'd say that Micah is more of a driver than Faith was, and is more physical.
Absolutely.
So, and to get that right off the bat in the first game really amplified everything else that we've seen in this 4-game stretch.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Keep going.
Okay, keep going. Well, and I also want to, over and over again in post-game pressers, we've been hearing it's the team. So we'll probably talk about point leaders, but we also want to talk about other people as well. So I'm going to come right back in. You're going to hear this name a lot this season. Key Roseby was coming in second hot, 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. So she was also there to impress, and she does every time. When she's on it, and those threes are beautiful. I just love it. So we had 18 steals, only 9 turnovers, which I think is pretty great. And then to their 26, they had 26 turnovers. And we were taking and making plays.
Yeah.
You know, the whole time we were taking that ball and making the plays. And then let's see, points in the paint 52, and our 3-point percentage was only 27.3, but we weren't, you know, it wasn't that
Right.
big of a deal for this particular game, I don't think.
And what I'd say, like specifically on that 3-point percentage, if you know Lady Jack basketball, you know that there's a bunch of sharpshooters that are
Yes.
always on the team. And the mindset of if you're open, take the
Yes.
shot,
Yes.
especially when you are comfortable in trying to take that shot.
Yes.
Obviously, within that first 2 stretch, it wasn't the hottest, but
No.
you have seen over the 4-game stretch, I think for Houston, it was more consistent,
Mhm.
8 of 16
Yes.
versus when Houston was more of not a shooting team,
Mhm.
more driving into
Yes.
the paint.
Mhm.
And that consistency, again, we're 4 games in. We are
Yes.
4 games in, and we're starting to see the consistency that was already kind of at the midpoint of the season last year. And this team is still growing. Mention on Key Roseby,
Yeah.
like she's another one of those names. Again, you're going to hear a lot of her this year, mainly because she's growing more into that leadership role.
Yes,
She
yes.
is stepping up.
Yes.
She is growing. She is getting more mature in her mindset of the game and making, for lack of a better word, key decisions. But yeah, that first game, at least from a fan perspective, again, this was my first game as a fan.
Yes.
Transitioning from being
Working.
on the court or holding a camera. But I'm a teacher. I'm now a high school teacher, so I was able to bring my students to that game. They got a whole environment, and they really liked how physical Lady Jack team is. And a lot of them were just casual fans. Like, not like extremely casual fans, like knew what a 3-pointer was.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was, oh, we're yelling now. Okay, something good happened. But they already noticed, even in that first game, how physical and how fast.
Yeah.
And give props to Nelson. But again, that was kind of a money game for Nelson. NAIA, different level of opponent. But you already saw the synergy already coming to.
And I would even say this also. Last year, our first 3 games, it was a little choppy. The chemistry was not there yet. Now, hey, we won, you know, the SLC championship, and we went on to the big dance. Those first 3 games for me, I was kind of like, wait, we're not gelling. I thought right away, the chemistry for this team this year is off the charts, amazing. And then also I had the pleasure of meeting Mommy's mother, and she said the same thing. She was just amazed at how quickly everyone was gelling and clicking this year. Not sure what happened, what changed. I don't care. I'm enjoying it. So let's keep that up. I'm really pleased. And I will also say it was in this game too that I saw Isaiah Ferrier and Kaylin Kemp. I know they're best friends, but those 2 together on the court is beautiful. They have a twin mind. They were working it together. I think the first 2 games, I saw them play together more, and I just loved it. I love watching them work together. They're such talented individuals.
She mentioned 2 of the 4 true freshmen that are on this roster, which I don't care if you're a fan of just like men's college basketball in general. Having 4 true freshmen on your roster, and yes, some of them may be hurt right now, but 3 of them right now are getting active playing time right off the bat and are having key contributions, whether it's in the assist game or, I mean, specifically like Kaylin Kemp has been kind of that backup point for either Micah or for Cha Gardner in the paint. So you're already seeing freshman contributions.
And that's so rare these days. Usually we've got transfers from JUCO.
Yeah, and that's been really cool to see. Especially get me on this. If you're watching, please get me on this. I know there's a connection between several of these players and Key as well.
Yeah, I was about to say it's Kaylin, I believe, went to school with her, but I'd have to go back and look at my notes. Let me look real quick.
And you got to remember one thing about Key Roseby. Again,
they went to school together.
State championship in her junior year, state championship in her senior year, and then getting the conference championship last year. So that if you're sustained with Key as a teammate and coming into the program, you're looking for that same track record that now Key has won 2 state titles, and a conference
Yes.
championship.
So it was Isaiah. I'm sorry. It was Isaiah, and they're both from Frisco, and she was crowned 5A state champ with Key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So look, a bunch of new names on this roster that everybody's going to learn and figure out, but they're all proven winners.
Yeah.
And again, that's kind of what we're doing this for, kind of highlighting and spotlighting and amplifying what they're already doing.
Yes.
So what about from a stats breakdown for game 2 against Texas A&M Texarkana? I know you weren't there.
Yeah.
But I can break down.
I've got it written.
Yeah,
if
perfect.
You want me to go over
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Okay, so we won Texas A&M Texarkana. We won 76-37. Our point leader that time was Monty
Dominguez.
Yes, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. And once again, Key comes in with 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. She's got a little bit of that me bound going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for doing that. That is amazing. We are team players. That's the biggest thing. Getting those rebounds, getting those assists. It's fabulous. So Texas A&M Texarkana's field goal percentage was 23.3%, and we were 40.8%. So that was great. We had 10 blocks. I have a feeling Cha had a lot to do with that.
It was a mix of Cha and also
Kaylin.
No,
Isaiah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isaiah came in, and it was basically SWAT City against
fabulous.
them.
Yeah, they're both tall. So they're both of the same. Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't seen her play as much defense, I think. I think I've seen her more in the offense. They just couldn't get past our defense.
Nope.
I love this particular stat because I do love free throws. 85.7% free throws. So thank you.
Yeah.
Like our friend the Rev always said, they're free.
Yes, they are free. But yeah, that game, again, another different level of opponent, but again, more bearings getting got in this first half of the homestand, which props to Coach Bishop and the staff for getting 4 games in a row at home. I don't care if it's a non-D1 opponent, but when you bring in Abilene Christian as a rival, again, a return trip, part of a doubleheader with the men, and then a big-time Power 4 program from the Big 12 in Houston to kind of wrap up 2 solid games to at least get your bearings and figure out what you have amidst the injuries that happened in the off season. It's kind of a change of pace, so to say, because it's especially for SFA. If you are a winning team, it's going to be very hard to bring in quality opponents. And I feel like yes, these 2 matchups were great, but the next 2 against Abilene Christian and Houston.
Fire.
Yeah, it was worth the price of admission and then some.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Well, I'm going to let you take the stats on that if that's okay. Those 2.
I did not fully write it down. I was less prepared. But no, 77-76 over Abilene Christian. And if you are a routine Lady Jack fan, you know that this is the type of game that you were going to expect. I mean, I made the joke last year about Coach Bishop and his glasses being off, and every time his glasses were off, it was probably going to be a close game. I think we were 3-0 in all of those close games. Abilene Christian last year was one of them. It was not because of the glasses. It's just the type of physicality that happens with this team. Abilene Christian, preseason pick number 1 in the WAC, especially with Grand Canyon going out of the league, going to the Mountain West. But bringing in another counterpart, there wasn't a preseason poll for the Southland. I think we know where we would range up. But again, 2 top teams for the top of the league in that matchup. You knew what was going to happen. Peyton Hull was a trouble for us. She had 22 points, 9 rebounds, and she also had 5 steals, going 8 for 21, 4 for 12 from deep, and nearly playing the game or the entire game. And then we really saw, if you look at minutes wise, Micah Perry again stepping up, was basically on the end court for the entire game. I think she was
40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes in Houston, 39 minutes against Abilene Christian, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, all over the court. T. Roseby leading us in points, 19 points, 4 for 5 from deep. All the 3-point woes that were happening in that second game, kind of wiped
Yeah.
out the window. Monty
amazing.
Dominguez also with 16 points, 4 for 9 from deep,
Mhm.
4 assists, 1 block, and kind of just maybe the stats fully don't show the physicality that was this game. Like it was a lot. It was a teeter tattle or a battle back and forth,
and it always is.
And we had a little bit of momentum after that third quarter, but
Mhm.
we kind of knew that Abilene was going to come back,
Yeah.
and then the inbounds play to win the game. Miss Cha Gardner on the effective pick and roll, cutting into the paint and finding the right moment at the right time, which I believe in the presser, she did not credit herself for making that shot. She gave herself and talked about her teammates and the success of that game.
Yeah. So we always talk about, we try to, in this world, and especially the media these days, you want to find that one star and you want to talk about that one star the whole time. I would say that the Lady Jacks, especially this year, are all stars. I know that sounds cheesy, but they work that way. Every post game presser, they only talk about their teammates and how they help them to make, that made them the top point leader. It's the culture. It's that BU culture. It's amazing what the culture that Lynn Bishop and his staff have built at SFA. And this is the results you get from it.
And it mostly giving props. That's also the media training. That's the good media training that's happening. But
I think it's true too.
But even if they're not, if they didn't get that media training and it is pure part, I could also totally see that too, because especially if we carry off from last year, the team culture, the synergy, it is clicking on all cylinders very quickly, which again, very good sign, especially with how the rest of the Southland is looking already in non-conference play. The new look Southeastern, aka McNeese, with their coach from Southeastern, and basically
the entire team,
3/4 of the roster at least going over to McNeese, and them looking like a powerhouse already early. Like that team synergy and just the will to win and find a way to win if one or two things is not working out, and we're already seeing that in ACU. And then the Houston game on Monday night, it's already something very positive to take upon.
Yes, I was just look at some of the quotes from that ACU presser. Lynn Bishop said, typical SFA versus ACU. He said they won 14 out of 15 games with them, the last 14, 15 games. It was kind of a Cha's buzzer beater. She, like I said, gave credit to the team. And then Key had tied career points from that. Also, just
with that 19.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to see her beat that.
Easily.
Season. Yeah, I have no doubt that coming up soon, that's going to be the end of that. So Coach Bishop said, we share the ball, we share the sugar, which I loved. He said that several times. But he said the one thing he wanted to focus on next game, which I think we did see, was turnovers. He said we had too many, so they focused on that. So,
all right,
that was my
good. And you want me to handle Houston too?
Yeah, I did. So I did the first two.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. New look Houston squad, brand new coach. I feel bad for not knowing his name, but he has coached basketball in the past. Took a step away from the game, was retired for a little bit. Then the opportunity at Houston came up. He was able to kind of build out his roster. So they're still trying to figure things out. We are not the only Southland school that Houston had scheduled for this season, but we were the first up on deck for Houston to face, and maybe they might have regretted that decision. It was a neck and neck battle for a majority of it. First quarter 21-20 going to Houston, second quarter 23-19 going to SFA, and then like you just see 2 or 3 points the rest of the way with SFA pulling away 82-78. This game, again, Micah got a little bit of break for 39 minutes. 40 minutes. And in the presser, which we're going to show the actual presser from it, courtesy of SFA Athletics, Coach Bishop didn't even realize that Micah was on the floor the entire game. And Micah, there was no sign of Micah actually getting tired or fatiguing. 7 of 16 from the field, 1 of 3 from deep. 5 of 6 from free throw. She was only tied with Kaylin Kemp at the line. 20 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. Again, consistency all over the floor.
Yep.
Mani Dominguez, we were able to capture this shot, and I just want to. Oh wait, this is the buzzer. Ben, that was
That
a
was
great
amazing,
shot.
though. But look at the teamwork before that. The very confident passing game. I love that.
I would have pulled up the shot if I had
Next
it.
time.
But there was a distinct moment, and we have an Instagram page.
Yeah.
I know that some of you are brand new. Go follow that Instagram page. But there was moments of like her kind of getting frustrated a little bit during the game. And then after that third quarter, you just saw her be able to turn it on when she did have the ball. And when she hit a 3 that forced a timeout, I think we were up by 5. That's where I also got to see a little bit again of that switch of what a leader truly needs to have. 17 points, 10 rebounds, double for Miss Mani Dominguez. Shaw Gardner, 13.6 rebounds. Big note, 3 on offense, 3 on defense, was leading us in the offensive rebound category. And that's where I noticed that's where it was going to be, down in the paint. Yeah. Because Houston was not a good rebounding team right off the bat. So if we won that rebounding battle, which thankfully we did, that's how we were going to come away with the win. And then Kaylin Kemp, 12 minutes. She only played for 12 minutes, but was 5 of 6 from the free throw line and had 9 points in that 12 minutes. Yeah. So even though, yes,
in 12 minutes.
Originally was the starter in the game, but the rotation on how it just worked out, that her usage of her time on the floor was really a key difference. And I think also just on the defensive ball pressure that we also saw from her too. So
she's amazing.
Being able to pull away with a Big 12 win to close out a 4-game homestand early on in the season, it's just promising times to watch the Lady Jacks.
Absolutely. So if you're not a fan, you will be.
Yeah. After the post game or after her post game presser, it was Mani Dominguez and Coach Bishop breaking down what Mani was feeling on the court and just kind of not being intimidated by the logo. Here is a little bit from that presser.
Ever feel comfortable out there like you guys had it wrapped up?
I always have as much faith as I can in this team, and I think that we just do really well. And this team has a lot of grit, so I never think that we're gonna, go down or anything. And if we do, I know we're gonna rally back. With the players that we have, the amount of players that we have, I know that it just takes a lot more from all of us. And Micah having 40 minutes, that just shows the faith we have in each other. So yeah, and the faith he has in us especially. So.
Yeah, Coach. Speaking about Micah, 40 minutes, that's a heck of an accomplishment. How you didn't even know apparently.
I didn't know. If I'm being honest, I'm out there just coaching the game and trying to make adjustments as they come. But again, I told them in a timeout, I was like, we wake up in the preseason and work out at 6 a.m. And it's a mental test as much as it is a physical test. And so I challenged them. I was like, guys, I don't like waking up at 6 a.m. But we're doing this for a reason, and this is the opportunity to cash in on that investment that they made earlier in the season. So I felt like they dug deep and found a way, and they found that second wind, and were able to make some plays to finish this thing off.
Like he mentioned, a Big 12 win. How big of a confidence booster can that serve for the team going forward?
I don't even know how to explain that. I think we've always had the confidence. I think we come in not really with what's on the shirt, what the names on the shirt, it's a game at the end of the day. Like you said, we're in the rectangle, and a game is a game, and it doesn't matter who we play. We're going to come out and give it our all. So.
Yeah, I told you last time we were in here, we're not scared of any logos. All right, it's about the names on the front and names on the back especially. And so we're Lady Jack Basketball. We're the 6th winningest program of all time. So every time we step out there, the other team is good. They've worked, they've practiced, but so have we. And so we're prepared. And then we're just going to go out there and compete. And that's what we talk about all the time is it's about competition. This is sports. It's about competition, and anything can happen on any given day. So we make sure we're prepared, and we go out there and give it what we got.
Do you draw any motivation from like what happened this weekend with football and volleyball and then following that up with this?
No, again, I'm extremely happy for, volleyball. Volleyball, Coach Humphreys has had it rolling for a while. And, I'm super happy for Kobe. Me and him were coaches together at East Texas A&M back in the day. So I've watched him come over here, watched his journey, watched him build up the program into a championship program. Super happy for him and his wife, Sarah. But that being said, we try and focus on us as much as we possibly can. We're the defending conference tournament champs, and now we're trying to go out there and eventually win a regular season and a conference tournament. So every game is different, every practice is different, but we just try and stay focused on the things we can control.
I only got one. Lydia and Anika both played under 20 minutes, but both of them recorded 5 assists. What does that mean to get those two out there dishing the ball like they've been doing?
Yeah, I think the best is yet to come from those two. Again, they've been working their tail off. Lydia, recovering from an injury after her freshman year, and Anika, who is a freshman. And, every time they get out there, Lydia's getting healthier and healthier, and Anika's getting more experience, and you can see her confidence grow from every minute that she's playing. So we're going to need them as we keep moving forward. We only got 8, so we got to keep using the ones that we got, and hopefully we can get healthier as we keep moving forward.
I don't care about the logos.
Don't care about the logos, but we do care about the names that are on our backs.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. If you haven't picked up on now, Coach Bishop is a player's coach.
Yes, he is.
And I think that quote just kind of epitomized everything that I've been able to see. Because remember, everybody has to remember, yes, he's been the head coach for, I'm going to say 2.5 seasons.
Yes.
Now. We're already at 2.5 seasons.
Yes.
4 games in, we're at 2.5
Yes.
seasons.
Yeah.
But he was here for, 8 seasons.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Something along those lines,
Yes.
associate head coach underneath Mark Kellogg. So you're looking at a guy who loves this town, who didn't want to leave, and got the kind of the respect that he deserved, and the nomination of being a head coach, and instilling that confidence in this whole team to not only be able to continue to fight and win in the moment, especially when it is like we're all clinching the seat, we're just holding on for dear life. It feels like, but I got to watch this team through in and throughout for a good majority of last season, and there were moments when they were down, and outside of I think Lamar, and that was a whole slew of things in that gym, but I have never really lost sight on, we're down by 10.
That's
cool. We're gonna win. Even back in the WAC, there was a game where we were heavily favored in Southern Utah, and if you could go back and look at the graphic of where we were down by 14 at one point, and then we pull away with the win.
Absolutely.
And it's, you shouldn't ever have doubt in the Ladyjacks, and nor should you even care what type of matchup you're going to see. And it's being instilled 4 games into the season. That's awesome.
Yeah. We're very pleased, as you can tell. All right. So we're going into some standout players and
Yeah. Who do you have?
Well, I think I kind of touched on earlier, Isaiah and Kaylin. Like I said, their synchronicity, their ability to read each other, and then even when they're not on the court together, just wow, I love it. And it's not that I, love the people I watched play earlier, last season any less. It's just exciting to see, like you said, true freshmen do this. But then also, I like Micah's quiet demeanor. She just gets it done. And she also, there is a very interesting connection that we have with Oklahoma, specifically Norman and OKC. Timo, one of my favorite players from last, she's from OKC. Micah comes from Norman. Talia Van, who we haven't seen yet play this season. She's also, her father played or coached at OU, and her sisters are at OU right now playing, which I think is just awesome. Well, then also Micah Perry is coming from Norman, and she played in Florida last year. I did reach out to her briefly to ask her what her 2 favorite, things about her awards so far that she loved, and it was that in her high school they won 2 state championships. And I also saw that she was the number 4 top recruit in Oklahoma in 2022.
Mhm.
So, that's not shabby.
And she's coming into SFA hungry for playing
Yes,
time. Was on the
absolutely.
roster at Florida and didn't really see much action, and has come in and has already instilled that she's going to be a
Yeah.
leader
Yeah.
for SFA on the court. I'm going to piggyback, definitely say Micah. I'm going to mention Key, and
Yeah.
I'm really going to mention Monty and Shaw.
Yes.
I mean, those 4 right now, I mean, obviously they're going to be in the starting lineup as of now,
Yeah.
but you're also seeing them step up in leadership role.
Yes.
We have some key offseason injuries that have happening. Hope Lamel, we're hoping that we possibly can see her back in action at some point.
December. She told me
December.
December, so it's a Christmas present. Thank you, Hope.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Hope Lamel hopefully back in action later in December. I don't have do we have a timetable on Ashlyn?
No.
Okay.
I don't have Ashlyn or Talia.
So we have maybe an Ashlyn. We have Lydia coming back from injury. Again, maybe not even fully back at her potential for what she was before her injury. And then
Can I jump in on Lydia? I would say that you still see her playing with a brace. Oftentimes, from what I saw last season, they still wear a brace just kind of as extra protection.
Yeah.
Tui did that.
Okay.
And so I think, just so you know, she's working and doing amazing. And I love Lydia's determination. I love watching her drive. Anyway.
And and belated. I haven't told you personally. If you do see
Happy
this,
nuptials.
yeah. And congrats on the wedding.
Yeah, that's
Or the elopement.
Yeah.
But Mr. AJ Kajus. And then obviously we're kind of close with Miss Avery Van Sickle, and you have the floor for this one. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Avery is out for the season, sadly. But good news, she had surgery. She came through with flying colors. I talked to her today. If you want to pray for maybe a little less pain she's having to work through, she's doing excellent. And we're so happy for her, so proud. And what she did was decide to do this so she could come back strong for her last year and next year. So I'll be working with her rehabbing and love her to death. I think with Avery, you have to realize how much pain she was in last season. She was supposed to be on limited minutes, but she made the decision to play anyway. If you look at her stats, you would think she's not in pain. She's in perfect condition. You would never know. And I call her the ring general because she goes out there and people just snap to. If there's any doubt, they look to Avery. She's an amazing woman. And an amazing athlete. So I'm so happy to hear the surgery went well, and we can't wait to see her.
So all that to say,
yes,
the people that have filled in on all those injury roles, specifically, I'm really loving the play from Micah. I'm really loving the growth, the continuous growth that we're seeing from Key. Because remember, she was one of these freshmen that was underdeveloped last season, but was still putting out dominant performance after dominant performance. Mani Dominguez, which we already knew what she could do. And I think we've already talked with her about it. She is hungry. She was a few threes away from breaking the all-time 3 record in SFA history. I think with 98, back half of 90s. She'll probably have the correct number on that. But she's hungry to get it. And then Chaw Gardner, in my opinion, we fully got to see Chaw fully emerge into her own last year at the Houston Christian game. I think that's where she cracked the 20-point threshold, 24-20, I believe is what I called it. But there's always been a great Lady Jack paint presence, especially in my time here. I got lucky. I started out with Ayanna Johnson defending the paint with Kirsten Harden coming in as a backup. And then when Ayanna graduated, and it was Kirsten Harden kind of dominating the point or the paint. Even Avery Brittingham kind of also helping with that paint presence. But you've seen Shaw be able to handle the paint as her own. We saw that with that cut that happened at ACU, running that play to perfection. but those 4 have really filled in when there have been the injuries that have happened. So I'm really liking that growth right now.
I love her as center. I love her defensive work, and she's really stepped into that. And like I mentioned, Trinity more earlier, I'm seeing her with those blocks are just beautiful. That reach she has. Cha is solid, dependable power player. She's a power player for sure. The fact that she can also score, yay, because you don't normally see that. Defensive people are usually just defense. Will get 6 or 7, maybe 9. No, she can score too. She can do it all. I love it.
So on top of the roster that we already have,
Mm-hmm.
National Signing Day was a few days ago. And Lady Jacks, according to the press release, added for SFA Athletics 3 already freshmen already signed on to become players with Lady Jack Basketball. We have, again, I apologize for if pronunciations are wrong, Alex Kroos, 5'8" guard who attends St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Overland Park, Kansas. She is a 2-time Kansas State champion in 2023 and 25. In the title run in the tournament, she was averaging 23 points per game. She already has 950 career points, which is top 10 in school history. So we already got one guard, another guard. Actually, all 3 are guards.
Yeah.
All right, so we're adding into the guard play.
Mm-hmm.
Katie Fox, a 5'10" guard, Lakota West High School, Westchester, Ohio. Freshman was named Practice Player of the Year, first team All GMC and special mention All State as a freshman. And then her Ohio accolades are continuing to grow, and she is also very close to 1,000 career points, 10 away and 7 assists away from breaking the career assists at her school in Westchester, Ohio. And then finally, Brayley Winfrey, a 5'9" guard who attends Auburn High School in Auburn, Alabama, 2-time 5A conference champion with Lake Hamilton High School in Percy, Arkansas, 7A area and district champ with Auburn High School. Last season, she was ranked 28th in the entire state of Alabama for points per game, 4th in District 7A, and 2nd in 7A Area 4. What does all of that jargon mean? It means the Lady Jacks are already reloading. Mm-hmm. The Lady Jacks are already going to bring in winners. Mm-hmm. The Lady Jacks continue to bring in winners. Mm-hmm. And I know we're 4 games in, but if you're a huge fan of Lady Jack basketball, you already have to pen these student athletes as maybe some extra eyes that we need to pay attention to as they round out their high school seasons.
Absolutely. So 3 more true freshmen signing on to our program. Amazing. And just on their own, just amazing athletes, mm-hmm. Very accomplished already. When I was trying to look at the bios for all the athletes we already have, all the Lady Jacks, it was like opening a scroll for each one. And it was like, okay, I'm just going to ask them, which awards they find that they like the most. And it was impossible to choose. They've sent me 2 or 3, but I mean, we are very, very highly decorated with our team. So, and the fact that these ladies yet still have, this year to play. So who knows what they're going to do before they get here.
Yeah. And it just gives more hope. And like, even we're looking at state champs, not just as freshmen. Yeah. I mean, Micah Perry was dominant in her career in high school, and you're starting to see her reap the benefits of her effort in time with her now transitioning into fully being a Lady Jack. So something to keep in the back of your mind when it comes to Lady Jack basketball, and of course, yes, the future. So where are we on that agenda that I typed?
Oh, excuse me. My phone keeps timing out, which is very annoying.
You're fine.
Let's see. Oh, coaching and strategy corner. Have we done that?
I don't think we have.
No. Okay. Which is pretty fabulous. I would like to, while Hunter's pulling up his stuff, our coaching staff is amazing. So Coach Bishop has surrounded himself with some amazing talent. Coach Yang has been all over the place, and really brings a very strong work ethic and a guiding hand. I was able to sit down and kind of watch the inner workings of the team when I worked with them in the Southland Conference. I love the way they balance each other out. Coach Lex is not as vocal when you see her courtside. Highly
I don't know the photo that we see.
well, this
photo, she
one,
looks kind of
different. I thought she's yes. Okay, so but that was different.
No,
That's
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But highly respected by the team. They love her, and that she's kind of the guiding hand behind the scenes. I would also like to shout out. We do have a new coach, Dr. Wilson, who I've not met her yet, but she also comes with a huge resume. I'd also like to shout out two staff members that aren't normally looked at. They do hide behind the scenes more. And one would be Alexis Rockwell, she just got married. I'm not sure of your last name now, and I apologize for that. She's our athletic trainer. She is exceptionally educated and caring for this team. I don't think people understand how much athletic trainers contribute to the team,
or how phenomenal our entire athletic training staff is at SFA.
Yes, and then I would say above that, Alexis is a standout. We are so lucky to have her. I don't think like, let me just tell you, she's an amazing person, and she's holding hands every day. If you have a cold, she's taking care of you. And then if you've turned your ankle, that's also something she's there for. So I want to give props to her, but then also Anika Collins, who's just left. She was our head of our basketball operations. Tremendous. So not only is she taking care of all staffing details, she's also helping boosters get prepared for, playoffs and for everything. She really held it down. She was an amazing person, and we're sorry to see her go. But that's the type of people that we have working for our Lady Jacks team, and amazing. So this is a different side of the story that maybe you don't think about.
And yeah, I if it takes testament to at least because I was actively working with the staff last year.
Yeah.
I also got married in April, very recently. And on my wedding day, Bishop, Coach Yang, everybody that was on staff reached out to me either on Instagram or texted me and said congratulations and happy wedding day. They also knew that it was kind of a personality trait because that's all I could really talk about. But they care about everyone. They care about their fans. They care deeply about the people that are supporting them. So yes, the coaching staff and everybody involved with Ladyjacks Basketball, I think high character involved all the way. But coaching strategy, what have you specifically seen from that standpoint in maybe shifts or maybe different things that have helped us carry away with some late wins?
So I early on talked to Avery Van Sickle about coaching differences because I do attend to a lot of the different teams on campus, and there's a big difference between the way Coach Bishop coaches versus some other, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different style. So I asked Avery once, I said, does he ever yell at you? And you do see him on the sidelines, he gets animated. She's like, yeah, he does, but the difference is he tells us what we already know. He's guiding us through what we already know. So if he yells, we're sitting there saying, yeah, we knew that. Yeah, we knew that. So the fact that as a coach, being able to bring out the very best, the qualities in the team that you have structured, and this team is structured in such a way that it's not only their talent, but also their character, and that shows through. So you're bringing all those good qualities out, and they're just reminding them, and then maybe yelling at a ref or two. But otherwise, so that's what I've seen much. But really, and then Yang is there, but he's helping with strategy, obviously. But then he's just reminding people too, hey, come on, you know better than this. Get it done. So as a person who has never played basketball, but I love it, I appreciate that because it allows me to watch the team do their stuff, which is why I'm there,
Jokingly, I say that the strategy of Coach Bishop knocking down the water bottle and causing a brief stop in play, again, jokingly, shout out to the managers because the cleanup on that, I think I haven't seen that fast in a very long time. But no, you just see a lot of realism and also clarity.
Yes.
And I think
Absolutely.
and we also see a real, and I'd say this, I know this is a women's basketball podcast,
Yes.
but especially with the new regime that I've also seen on the men's basketball side,
Yes.
there's actually a great relationship across the board, not only with coaching staff's lives and even the merging of everybody in that building, but you truly get to see that connection really built on the court in everything that everybody is doing. But there are different schematics that I have seen of amplified pressure. There are specific moments where you see either you're going to see full court presses from the Lady Jacks right off the bat to set the tone, or oftentimes they're going to back off to try to figure out what is actually happening. And then maybe you'll see full court presses maybe about halfway through that second quarter mark, and then amplify through the third quarter, which helps create that chaos play to where these momentum stretches of leads do happen. And we got to see that a little bit distinctly. Houston, there was a little bit more that caused that momentum shift to go back into the Lady Jacks' favor. So just something to pay attention to schematically.
And see, this is how you see the difference between Hunter and I. I'm like, look at the personalities, and he's like, and then this happened.
There's a little bit of that personality.
But yes, I did see that. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, I did see that.
So far, Lady Jacks 4-0 in the homestand. Again, which 4 games in a row at home. I don't think that's happened in a very long time. But Lady Jacks are on the road this Sunday, 2 p.m. in Ruston, Louisiana, against the Lady Texters, who are 2-2 on the year, starting out with a win. Their wins were against Louisiana Christian and NAIA school, and then Arkansas Pine Bluff on Education Day, another early 11:30 tip-off. But they started out their season against Arkansas, who we see later on our schedule, falling to them 81-93 on the road. So definitely something to pay attention to. I know everybody's focused on Thanksgiving break, but catching the Lady Jacks at 2 p.m. on Sunday or heading to Ruston, this is going to be a pretty good matchup for SFA, I feel.
Yes. First game on the road.
First game on the road. Lady Texters are, I think, statistically maybe not the best that they could be, falling to ULM after Arkansas. But something to pay attention to. You got to see continued growth from Key Roseby. You got to see how many minutes is Micah going to play, and is Coach Bishop going to pay attention to how many minutes Micah is on the court. But definitely I believe after this road test, Lady Jacks hit the road or go in the sky to Puerto Rico. So
Fabulous.
If you have nothing scheduled for your weekend plans, obviously try to make it out to Ruston and catch the Lady Texters hosting SFA. I think that's it.
I think we did it. I hope you guys liked it. Give us some feedback. Don't forget to follow us on all of our accounts.
Yeah, we have
Locked on Lady Jacks.
Locked on Lady Jacks, Instagram. Subscribe here on YouTube. For the meantime, this is where we will be talking about SFA Ladyjacks Basketball. And one more note that I really like from the Pardon Me Alex podcast is how to support our Lady Jacks basketball team. Look at the ticker. Look at that ticker. Go.
So pretty.
The Sawmill Collective. Really wasn't supposed to talk about NIL when I was fully an at or
that makes sense.
Yeah, but now that I'm not, I'm gonna brag about it. Sawmill Collective, powered through a little bit of the inspiration of the crew at eTech, Matt Rocco, Mr. Yates, but it was originally supposed to be for one sport, and it's really grown to every single sport that we have at SFA. So going to take an opportunity to continue to say you need to invest into college athletics right now, especially at the mid-major level where we are at. We said that it was a huge win for Houston because they have more funding and more resources, and that's partly because they have a lot of NIL also attached with them. So if you actually want to make a direct impact into the student athletes that you see on the court, besides screaming your lungs out and clapping when you can and getting to know these student athletes, you can also support the Sawmill Collective in this new age of SFA athletics.
Absolutely. Also, SFA Threads, along with other t-shirt companies, will print your favorite athlete's face on a shirt, and you can buy that. That's a great way to support. Wear it around town, tell people to come support us at the games. Then there's also Purple Lights Foundation.
Purple Lights Fund. Yes.
Yeah, there's many different ways to give. We want to help retain quality players. This is an amazing, if you didn't get that from what we just said, this is an amazing program. We want to be able to retain and then also reward our athletes that are, I don't think people, I mentioned this last night on Pardon Me, Alex, I don't think you grasp fully the sacrifices that our athletes make. They're here, basketball and football are here almost year round. I think they get maybe 2 weeks off a year. Think about that. Think about that, what that means, being away from family and working as athletes on their craft for every day out of the year with the exception of 2 weeks. That's crazy. So please support them.
And selfishly, I can say this as unbiased as I can. I don't think there's a better time to support not just women's basketball, but SFA athletics as a whole. You got your football team that just fully won a conference championship. You have your volleyball team that won the regular season title and is going to be the #1 seed in the Southland tournament. You had your soccer team that was 1 goal away from returning to the soccer tournament. You even have your cross country runners that get overlooked so constantly.
Yes.
And they had one of their best seasons in program history. And they have a runner still competing in NCAAs at the national championship later this week. So this is probably one of the best times to be an SFA athletics fan. And there's a lot of changes happening within the department, obviously, but still being able to show your support by coming out to these games, by talking to as many people as you can. And then obviously, if you feel that you can, support Purple Lights Fund, support the Sawmill Collective, and really invest in this town, in this community, and in these student athletes. We're going to try to make this a weekly thing. We're going to be here every Wednesday, and here may rotate. Here may change. I know specifically, like, we'll probably do this virtually next time because I'll be in Houston on Wednesday. Heads up.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to work on getting guests announced on social media. So for I think it's 2. For the 2 people
we love
here,
you, whoever you are,
whoever has come onto the live stream, we have some comments.
Oh, we do.
We have some comments.
Oh, fabulous. Comment away.
We have Dennis.
Oh, thank you, Dennis.
Dennis
Thanks for
came
showing
on,
up.
Axum Jacks.
Yeah.
We have my wife that came on.
Hi.
And of course, I'm so shocked, Alan Jones was on the podcast.
Thank you.
And I'm sure there was some others that
Yes,
popped on.
popped in and popped out.
But
Thank you.
yes, we wanted to say thank you for chatting. Well, yes, we should have acknowledged the chats.
That's okay. We'll do that next.
Yeah, but we just wanted to say thank you for being with us. We'll probably get better at talking and figuring out this format.
I was good. I don't know about you. I'm just kidding. He was great.
Yeah, but we'll figure
He
out
did all the technology.
Yeah,
It was
we'll
amazing.
figure out the format for how this is going to look. But we're excited for the journey and whatever else happens to this. Support Ladyjacks Basketball any way you can. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Maybe you'll get some lols with LOL. But this has been Locked on Ladyjacks. I'm Hunter.
I'm Laura.
And as always, Axum Jacks.
We're great. You're great. You did